Hello, I am your moderator for this evening's last presidential debate between our two candidates, Secretary Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Thank you for coming out and watching this evening. Let's start our debate off with our first social topic of Planned Parenthood. Hillary Clinton, could you please tell me about your Planned Parenthood opinions?
Well, I think, Elizabeth, that every American should have access to Planned Parenthood because it gives everyone an equal opportunity to decide what's best for their family. Such as, I know a lot of great women who have aborted their baby and now they're doing so much better. It's just they didn't have the funds or the means to support a baby. So this way, it's actually helping people prevent higher taxes, such as Donaldson. So in reality, it's doing him a favor.
Donald, your opinions on the Planned Parenthood?
Well, Ms. Donaldson, I have become pro-life. I am just, this whole Planned Parenthood thing is just a train wreck. And I think that, first of all, it's wrong. It's very wrong in the fact that they are ripping the children out of the womb at 9 months. That is morally wrong. Second of all, I just think that we are providing this federal funding for this group that is doing something that is so wrong. And if we're on talking about taxes and money and where this goes to...
Okay, Donald, let's stay focused on the Planned Parenthood topics. Hillary, do you have any rebuttal?
Yes. I think it's funny how he can tell us what's morally wrong when he's calling women pigs and
wrong.
Just disregarding their figure as a whole and ruining their
wrong.
image. And
no, I never said that.
Really, I would love to see the evidence.
Wrong.
He did not
Hillary.
say.
Okay, let's move on to our next economic topic of raising the minimum wage. Donald, your thoughts on raising minimum wage?
Obviously, it's a clear answer. It's wrong. It's something we should not be doing. When you raise the minimum wage, you are going to be taking away money from big businesses. And my businesses themselves, they do very well on the funding that they're given. And so if you take that away, you're just going to ruin these big businesses. No improvements, nothing.
Hillary, your thoughts?
I think if we look at the bigger picture here, so let's consider every American. The poverty line, you want it to be as low as possible. You do not want Americans living in poverty. Well, a simple solution is raise the minimum wage.
At the cost of big businesses.
I am not talking about a great $17 jump, I'm talking merely a few dollars. This will help, let's say, cashiers in McDonald's, cashiers at local supermarkets. It will be able to support their families. This will not raise a lot of taxes for big businesses, even though they are capitalizing on all your taxes and making it truly a monopoly for themselves.
Then why haven't you done this before? Why haven't you done this before? In all the years in office you've been, you literally have not made any improvements on this. Where have you seen this?
Because last time I checked, the Secretary of State's office does not make political agendas.
Okay, but you have had power.
Okay, let's bring it back to the minimum wage topic, please.
I'd actually prefer economically to talk about taxes.
I think we're going to move on to questions from the audience, please. Our first audience member, Aubrey VanNort, would you please come forward?
Secretary Clinton, how do you address the concerns of citizens that are worried that the removal of guns will take away their protection?
Well, citizen, I really like your sweatshirt, by the way. Anyways, have you tried the cold chai? However, I think that as Democrats, we're not pushing to take away the Second Amendment. I bear arms, I have guns in my own home.
I beg to differ.
Really, you've been there. Okay. What I would like to say is that taking away the Second Amendment is just unconstitutional, and that's not what I'm pushing. I'm pushing so we get rid of machine gun access to the citizens. I'm saying we put more restrictions on gun access so a local person cannot take an AR-15 to the middle of a Walmart and shoot up the place.
Wrong. See, the thing is with all these shootings, none of those teens who were killed, they didn't have any guns strapped to their waist. And so when you put more restrictions on this,
put a lot of guns in
they had no way to protect themselves. Yes, and so people are going to find ways to get guns.
What about mentally?
Secretary Hillary Clinton.
Could you please let Donald?
I don't think
Secretary Hillary Clinton wants to take away guns. So we need to protect ourselves.
How about we get back to her question, saying how we express
I think we will actually
concerns.
move on to the next audience member's question. Madison Wulfkuhle, could you please come forward?
What are your plans for immigration policies in the United States?
I got it.
Okay, Donald would like to go first.
Build a wall.
Always.
I have told you this before, time and time again, build a wall. And not only build a wall, but have the Mexicans pay for it. Listen,
Right, because they're going to give us money after
make them
birthday.
pay for it. Keep the bad people out. It's as simple as that.
Okay, thank you for your answer to the audience member's question. We will now move on to Clinton's thoughts.
He wants a Holocaust all over again. He wants to kill
Wrong.
the blacks, kill the Mexicans. He wants to have the
Wrong.
Mexicans pay for the wall. This is
That's
ridiculous.
what it takes.
He wants a Holocaust Part 2, and we cannot afford to have a Holocaust Part 2. If we have Trump go into office and implement this wall plan, we're going against everything Americans believe in.
If that is what it takes to keep the people safe.
What about
Secretary.
resources? We do so
We
many trade
have the
negotiations.
resources.
Oh, do you have enough natural resources?
Might
So we're
as
going
well.
to tear down our own land
The
and
thing
ruin
is
the
we're
environment
making the
even more, so
Mexicans
your
do
own
it.
children and grandchildren
Let's-
will
we
have
don't
trouble
to pay for
living a
this. We
nice
don't have to do
society
anything
life.
like this. You don't understand.
Okay,
You don't
candidates,
understand money
thank
or
you.
anything.
Really? Because I don't have a
Thank
Clinton
you.
Foundation
She said
behind
thank
me
you.
with $100,000
Stop
ready.
interrupting me.
Okay, thank you for your responses. We will now move on to our next audience member's question. Jazzmyn?
My question is for both candidates. Why do you think the other candidate is unfit to be the president?
We will start with Hillary Clinton.
You know, Elizabeth, I think Donald is, he has some experience with money, yes. But I don't think he is fit for presidency because he has, 1, no political experience. 2, he has absurd ideas that would send us into a World War III.
Wrong.
And, you know, it's just, he's an awful person. And I think that the United States needs a
You're
leader
going to allow her
who
to
is
call me an
willing-
awful
can-
person. This
Can you
is so
censor
wrong.
him, please?
Censor her.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not
Great.
done.
Hillary Clinton?
He
your
interrupted
thoughts?
me. I'm not done.
Okay. Please continue.
Thank you. I will.
Yeah, you have no stance here. You
How do I
are
have no
doing
stance
secret
with over
things.
30 years in political experience?
Oh, no.
I would love to have him
Oh.
target me after
Let's
I
talk about
created the
this
Clinton
again.
Foundation. I was a first lady for years. I was part of the UN and I was a Secretary of State from 2001 to 2009.
Okay, thank you for your response. Donald, it is now your turn to explain why you think Hillary Clinton is unfit.
Okay. I'm a nice guy. And my makeup just got on the mic. I'm a nice guy. And I respect Secretary Hillary Clinton and the things she does. Like I said,
I think that's funny. Let's
like I said,
rewind
I
this
am
video,
the
shall
biggest, let me speak. I am the biggest supporter of women. I give the most respect to women. So, the problem with Hillary is she, yes, has been in office for so long. But what has she done? What has she
I will
really
tell
done?
you what I have done.
No,
I have made
you have
women's
taken
rights
stance.
increase. I have
Okay.
helped women's.
Yes,
I've
you've done
stood
other
up
things,
for
but let's
women.
talk about the emails again. Let's talk about
Okay,
emails.
we're
You know,
bringing it
emails
back
are
to
a
the
great
emails.
thing.
How I've accepted my.
Let's talk about how the case is also reopened. Shall we talk about that, Hillary? Let's talk about the wiener guy. Let's talk about Mady.
All right, thank
Exactly.
you for your responses to these questions. This will conclude our presidential debate.
Excuse
What?
me.
Sorry, who are you?
Gary Johnson?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
Get off the stage, Gary!
No one wants
We're
to
invited.
Wow.
Just give me a chance.
No.
Okay, and that will now conclude our presidential debate. Thank you.
Is that your email?
Vote Democrat.